Why, hello everybody. My name is Golden Devin-Foxy, remastered again. And also, by the way, in the last reaction video, I did not say the name, so apologies. Apologies if I didn't say my name exactly without me saying the name. So, I probably did meant to say that I was going to change it, so I decided to change the name called is Golden Devin-Foxy Remastered again. And also, before we do begin this video, apparently, is that I actually just want to do another review, by the way. For those who haven't checked about the Freddy Fazbear Fanta drink, then I recommend you just check it out and just take a look at it and just watch the video. That's pretty much how that was explained. So, I did read on the Halloween edition of the Fanta drinks that yes, they are definitely out on, or should I say they stopped making them on November 2nd, which is still a shame though, which I probably did say that, well, it was kind of a shame anyway, but at least it was fun while it was still there, and while it was still at least possibly to be there as it can. So, before we continue on with this video, that I myself am Golden Devin-Foxy, remastered again, and I just want to say before we get straight to the video, is that I myself am going to say that, well, in the can of pretty much likely that the Michael Myers can should have probably been appeared, by the way, but yet again, I actually just was disappointed a little bit when I was at the store, before it started to rain, before Halloween started, exactly before that happened, which I'm actually just going to give you guys a little bit of a flashback, since I did went to Fred Myers a little bit and decided, I was like, you know what, how about if I just go get the canned version of Michael Myers, and I decided when I opened the 12 cans and a pack, I decided, I was like, wait, what the fuck? I'm like, seriously, what the actual fuck? Like, they were supposed to be, like, Michael Myers in the cans. And then, yet again, it disappointed me, and I was like, bruh, do I really have to just, like, edit the freaking thing already? And I said, was like, meh, I don't care. I'm just gonna freaking edit it. And also, apparently, I can't probably edit it from the phone either, since that's gonna suck, because for me, I'm not pretty much good with the editing anyway of the, like, my screenshots on my phone to begin with, since I know I'm not that too well good on it, but at least I decided to change something a little more up with the fact how I do a little bit interesting with the thumbnails on my phone that I actually still at least do, which I try at least to do professionally a little bit. It doesn't have to be as perfect as it is, but you know me, for a minute I at least tried to do something with it. So there's pretty much your guys' story right there. And yes, it did rain before that happened, and I was like, bruh, holy shit. Like, the rain was just dropping when I was literally at Fred Meyer's. Which I'm like, bruh, that's like crazy. Like, dude, imagine having all of that rain when that came down before November happened, before Halloween actually decided to finish, before that ended. And also, what movie did I watch, by the way? Bruh, I watched Candyman. I watched the first one, not the second. I only watched the first one of Candyman, which apparently, no, I have not recently watched other ones than Candyman, so I probably watched the first one, and I was like, damn, at least I'd never seen it before, but I did heard a quote from the Candyman by saying it's like legends or something, by saying it's like, that we're urban legends, by saying it's like, we are urban legends. Like, I think that's what he ever said in his own quotes, but I don't think he's ever said it on his first movie or something. I maybe think he said it on a few different quotes or something. But I did hear from the game a little bit of Terror Dome, which also, for those who didn't say, like, oh, have I played Terror Dome? The answer is no, I have not, because I have to be aware with, like, claims or anything that might be a bit impossible to just have the video a little bit by having a bit of the fight scenes a bit, let's just say the fight scenes a little bit not much boring, which I don't know what comes to two choices, by the way, by saying is like I ever have to replace the music with the claim just to be replaced, or without like the fighting music in there, because it just seems a bit boring not to actually perform to probably watch all of it exactly, which I actually was decided wanted to play it. So the answer is nah, I probably won't play the game if I would have to exactly. So the answer is still no. And let's just focus about the can that has the pineapple flavored. That yes, it did have the pineapple flavor of Michael Myers. Only in the can, which that's just what I'm just saying, that it usually was in a can. So anyway, let's just go ahead and give it a test. And no, by the way, I do not own anything that comes from Fanta. It's just only the drink itself, and I don't own any of it and blah blah blah, trademarks and all of this stuff. Which, that's just what I'm just trying to say. That I don't own any of it. I'm just here to give it a test of a drink to see how good it tastes, not how horrible it is. So, that's just pretty much the basics. So, with that being said, let's just get it on with and see what I think of the drink that is so called to be is the pineapple flavored of the Fanta drink. So, yeah. And also, I am disappointed a little bit with like the face a little bit that it's supposed to have a Michael Myers look. Not with like, oh, it has to be like an original way of saying the Fanta with the pineapple logo face on it. I actually just wanted the Michael Myers one, so that way I wouldn't be that less disappointed. But here we are now, just gonna give it a try and giving it a test. So hopefully the taste is gonna be good, and hopefully it just tastes anything like pineapple. So here we go. And 3, 2, 1, and let's give it a taste. Tastes like pineapples. Yeah, that taste is really amazing. Like, the taste is good, but it just doesn't have the joy because it kind of kills the mood a little bit by not having the Michael Myers on it on the Fanta drink. So, I give it pretty much a good decent amount of an 8 out of 10 because I think the Fanta drink tasted a bit good with the pineapple flavored. So, I give this more of an 8 out of 10 than originally than a 10 out of 10. So, I just give this more of an 8 out of 10 anyways. And two things I might probably be disappointed about was one, the Michael Myers icon that's supposed to kind of be appearing on the can of the yellow can, so that always stinks. And then two, I think it tastes a bit natural. I never tasted anything than pineapple, which I tried pineapples before, and I'm like, yeah, this might be my only thing I never tried pineapples in a Fanta drink before. So, what my opinion was that it tastes well done a little bit. A bit well done, but I wouldn't say too well done. It was just a little bit at the right timing of the drink. So I think that's how I think the Fanta drink of the Michael Myers can, or should I say, just the pineapple, tasted pretty much very bit good. Which I'm not saying it wasn't too great as a can, it was, but it just tasted a bit alright a little. So, anyways, that's all I want to point out, and that's all I want to say about the facts a little bit, and just point those out a little bit and say what I needed to say about how the drink was and how tasted it was. So that's all I wanted to say. And for those who definitely enjoyed this video, I hope that you guys are excited that hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And I'd say to the same thing too. So hopefully that you guys enjoyed it. So that being said, everyone, I hope that you guys have a great day. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. And for much furthermore, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And of course, what the next drink that will be is another Fanta. That will be a Chucky one, which also, it probably won't bore you guys a little bit on the third one, but trust me, the Chucky Punch Fanta is going to probably have a bit of good texture of a flavor that will be absolutely the best one to even try. So, I still give the pineapple an 8 out of 10. But the Freddy Fazbear drink, still 10 out of 10. Which I still have to say, it tastes amazing. And I wonder why how the meme actually worked by saying is like, I got that system in my system. I gotta take a shit when I drink one of these. Like, trust me, I cannot believe why I actually like that word every time when I hear that word every time when it's just the Freddy Fazbear drink, you know? Just gets really bit of a good Freddy Fazbear vibe. But let's just not go over about that. It might be a little too obsessive a little bit, which I think it was only funny not to have it a little too obsessive. But anyway, let's just get to the Michael Myers vibe, which it should have been the vibe, but unfortunately, it kind of kills the mood of the vibe. So rest in peace, I guess. So rip. Anyways, let's just say this, that, man, the pineapples were alright, which I did try pineapples before, but it tastes a bit okay, which I'd seem to say it was just a bit fine. You know, with a bit of the pineapples, but I don't judge, and I won't judge any reason about the pineapple, so it tastes alright, but I never tried pineapple in a Fanta drink before, which I actually almost tasted as like little pineapples. Like, bruh, that's actually pretty delicious. And also, what the problem about pineapples a little bit is with the pokey ones in the front that I just don't like about pineapples with the front, you know. I just like the pineapples that don't have to poke a little bit, that just doesn't kind of like sting a little bit of the mouth, since it's a little bit of a tricky way to do pineapples anyway, since that's a little bit more of a different fact than just going on over with pineapples. So anyway, and also one other thing, by the way, for people that probably wouldn't know exactly, is just there were going to be a bit of topics about things like, oh, you could put pineapples on a pizza, or can't put that on a pizza. But for me, by the way, I'm not going to go over from left or right or center, which I'm just preferring to stay on the center, since for me, I probably won't judge, because for me, that's a bit of a different opinion, and it's something else like that. So I probably won't go overboard with that anyway, of that topic. So pretty much I won't go over topic on it. But anyways, like I said, very good drink and very good tasty drink. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and of course I'll actually will mention this, by the way, that the boxing gloves that I'll be mentioning soon, I think it might be released around like somewhere a little bit that I might release it. So hopefully you guys are excited to see with the new versus old, or should I say old versus new, which, by the way, the old boxing gloves stink as shit. They literally stink. Which for me, by the way, I tried putting those on every time I wear them, and it stinks like freaking fish. Like, it stinks. Which, you know, even if I still used it, it still kind of stinked anyway, which it might come to the next thing with the new boxing gloves, but hey, it always happens every single time. So I probably wouldn't ask or wouldn't say, but you know me for a minute, so yeah. Anyways, that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up this video and have it over with today. So, that being said, I just wanted to feel free to make this video and just have it done with, like, me reviewing the Michael Myers Fanta drink, which it's supposed to be, but I'm kind of a bit disappointed with the fact that I'm supposed to say that I was kind of a bit tricked, you know, by saying it's like, oh, god damn it, do I have to see where it says the word pineapples in there? Like, bro, why couldn't put Michael Myers' icon in there? It literally kills the freaking amount of Halloween that it's just insane. Like, imagine you don't put an icon on something that it's supposed to be the icon of. So, I probably wouldn't say much, and I probably wouldn't say why, how that is just a bit, you know what, exactly, just a bit like kills kind of the mood of the way that it just instantly kills the mood away. So with that being said, I hope that you guys have a great, amazing day, and I hope that you guys in fact enjoyed your guys' day so far. And as it for me, by the way, I'm doing pretty good so far for myself. I'm actually doing pretty well. And of course, like I have to say, bro, Seahawks are kicking ass out there. Like, they're literally freaking kicking out there, which I'm actually surprised. I'm pretty happy to see them do that, which I'm like, bro, thank God. Like, it's just so funny that I laughed so hard that I think it was funny that I laughed even more when the 49ers got freaking canned by Texans of all sakes. That was even funnier to watch. But seriously though, I think it was already funny. But anyway, there probably will be another video soon enough about the Texans, which I might briefly mention something like that, which won't probably look as a good sign for Texans, but I might probably be able to make another video exactly if I can, just to briefly mention if it's going to be like, oh, the Texans got beaten by the pretty much likely the Broncos, which, like, that's still one. But if Texans do beat the Jaguars, then I wouldn't have to put the thumbnail with the Jaguars in it. But if Titans appear to be there, then it might be the same thing. Because who knows, man? I mean, the two choices remain to be is either Jaguars or Titans. That might probably be on the thumbnail. Then I might recently just have a bit of discussion a little bit with the Texans. Just me mention a few things and then maybe just like yada yada yada, just mention a few bit of stuff. That might probably be a bit more likely a bit of some conversation, a little bit of knowing what the hell Texans have been doing these times, for whatever they've been doing on their weeks. But you know me, I might be able to make that discussion if I can. So, beat the 49ers. That was awesome, and I appreciate it. Which I actually was very happy to see them get freaking destroyed by Texans. So, yeah. And hopefully that's all I probably want to quote and just say is that freaking finally, literally freaking finally. But, there might be possibilities that could happen or could happen and not so much happen. But, you may never know and might know what happens in the playoffs or something like that. But, me for a minute. I might just say, it's like, who knows, man? Who really knows? And sorry if I might be off topic a little bit, but I just want to feel free to have a little bit of off topic thing just to make that kind of off topic. So, yeah. Anyway, there probably will still be a video soon enough if it's either going to be Jaguars or Titans. That might be appearing to either on the thumbnail, which also I think got a bit of a close finish up a little bit with a thumbnail. It only depends if Texans lose. Which, by the way, that's what I'm kind of being aware of, by the way, to make my choices a little bit more clear a little bit and just have a little bit of a decision choosing a little bit before I can actually just make my talk and make my discussion a little bit of what the hell Texans has been doing for lately. Which, I mean, for last year, Texans were doing good as amazing. But it tells me something on a different quote of a line that Texans might not go as well as I probably expected them to do, which, Jesus, I think that won't look too good for them, but hopefully Texans can try to pull it off a little bit and have a pull-off strain a little bit and move up somewhere higher enough to beat the Jaguars, which I think that's the one problem that Texans need to do is just beat Jaguars and have them being third place. So, in order for Texans to do something, we probably hopefully might have to pray for Texans out there and just pray for them and just hopefully they can beat the Jaguars all the way back down to third place and then they get back to being second place to catch up with the Colts. So hopefully that can happen and hopefully it can soon to happen, but if not, then I say, well, hope that they had a good run. Hopefully they try at least their best to make it up there, but I'd say is like, yeah, maybe next time, bruh. Just maybe next time and pull a different ability next time. But as in for Seahawks, bro, I'm just living the life, man. I'm just living it. Which I actually am so proud to see the Seahawks actually doing so well this year. That they're actually doing so freaking good. Like, I never expected the Seahawks for many reasons that they might still have a good reason to come back. Which I'm like, yes. Which I'm like, freaking yes, man. We needed the Seahawks vibe, bro. We need that happening, man. Seriously, we really need that to happen still. But anyway, hopefully Seahawks can still pull it off, which I'm actually still going to admit that they are still going to pull it off, and they're still going to keep on going right up. Like, as long as Seahawks don't fail me, and hopefully they don't lose, I'll be happy to admit that Seahawks will finally make a good win for once, to finally make it up. So, anyway, that's all I want to point out. That's all I just want to say for the minute and for the record straight for a little bit of the conversation. But hopefully that I'll at least try my best and mention a few different things for the Texans that they should try at least to do a bit better. And hopefully they can try at least to pull a few good things I mean, I'm not going to mention too much about Seahawks, which I think they're still on the green light, which means they are still doing good. But it's only going to be all full of Texans. It's just going to be full Texans a little bit of that conversation and then nothing else. Which, even though I'm still a diehard fan of Seahawks, then hell yeah, I'm still a diehard fan, man. That's why I'm still a diehard fan. So don't blame me if I'm a diehard fan because I actually am. So thank you. Anyway, let me just get back to the point that, well, since Halloween was already over, that I have to say, at least hope that you guys enjoyed your Halloween, which I did mention in the video that I actually said was Happy Halloween, just for something to say Happy Halloween, just for something, a bit of a good spirit and positive spirit for a little bit of Halloween. That's what I did. And anyway, so that's pretty much my only choices I have to say is that hope that you guys enjoyed this review of me reviewing the Michael Myers drink. And of course, that is known to be a pineapple flavored. So, anyway, hope that you guys have a good day. Hope that you guys enjoy this video. And for much more further questions, if you want to see more new videos like this, then definitely hit the like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for much more new videos are soon yet to be coming whenever they're ready. So that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will definitely sign out and definitely get on going. So yeah, I'll say this is thank you for watching, and thank you guys very much for enjoying this video. And the Chucky's Punch Fanta drink will be next to be reviewed sooner or later. That might happen soon enough, but if you guys are ready for it, then hey, I'm actually ready for it too. When if I ever feel like, sorry if I might have to rephrase it, but if I feel like making another video of another review video, then that's what I'm gonna do, and that's what I might at least make. So, anywho, with that being said, it's time I wrap this up, and it's time we get this over with. And thank you guys again for watching. And of course, Fanta Wars 3 will still be in discussion, which, by the way, it'll be a now or later, which I'm going to kind of aim for now more than later. But, there might be possibilities that could actually change, or maybe have a different change around up or a little bit, since there might be a little bit important for a little bit from me, just to kind of like make that word described and just says like, oh, when am I going to aim it for now and when am I going to aim it for later? Those are the only signs I might make it as a choice and make that as an exception. So if you guys are excited for what's going to happen next, then, it might be soon enough to be ready. So that being said, it's time we wrap it up and it's time we get going. And also another topic I actually want to point out, by the way, is I did take a picture of the pumpkin, by the way, that, I did recently took a picture of it. And also, here's one interesting fact, by the way, that something wasn't kind of interesting, but there was like literally a black slug. It was a little slug that went inside the pumpkin, near almost likely where I put the candle in there, which is supposed to be kind of lighting the pumpkin a little bit, just to have like a scary face. But it turns out that, it was just nighttime. I decided to make the camera and just decided to have like a picture with it and just took a picture of it. Whenever I took the best picture screenshot of it, then I decided I was like, yeah, I'm going to just try something a little more different. And I decided to do that, and I took a picture of it, which I was supposed to kind of turn on the light with the lighter, but unfortunately, it just didn't work. So I decided, I was like, you know what, fuck that. I'm just going to say the word fuck that, man. I was going to go ahead and take the picture and just, unfortunately, take the picture and just have it over with. And of course, the slug was there, which was so disappointing that it was pretty small, not big. It was just a small average slug. You know what I mean by any chance. So, anyway, so I'll tell you guys one more time again, is remember, if you're a new person to this channel, then go ahead and absolutely subscribe. Totally subscribe. That actually would be appreciated. So remember these 4 things if you want to do so is like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. That way you will not miss a single video that comes straight to this channel, likewise and absolutely always. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video too, which I'm actually still disappointed that things could probably still had a Michael Myers logo on the Fanta, but it was just kind of a bit stupid. That I think most likely that it was supposed to have a Michael Myers face on it, but unfortunately it was just a pineapple one. It was just pineapple Fanta, not Michael Myers, which it will still be called the pineapple, but it was a bit disappointing to kind of look in the front. So there you go. Anyway, I think that's enough for me to say, and I think that's all I have to say, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys soon enough for the next video, and Golden Devin-Foxy remastered again. We'll see you absolutely in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. See you guys for the next video, and see you next time. Take care, goodbye, and signing off. Peace on out. Later, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye, everyone. See you later. And the Chucky's Punch Fanta drink will be next to be reviewed sooner or enough. That might be next. And of course, the Michael Myers Fanta drink was already done, which I'm still making of this video, but it was finished. And also, I still gave it an 8 out of 10, so there you go. Anyway, two drinks being reviewed, finished. One is left now, is Chucky's Punch Fanta drink. So anyway, see you next time. Adios and goodbye. Signing off, everyone. Goodbye, and see you next time.